welcome back. On this day in history, just 5 years ago in 2020, during the height of the coronavirus pandemic, COVID-19 forced tens of thousands of public school students to learn at home for the final few months of the school year. On July 15th, 2020, during that hot and contentious summer, Governor McMaster urged public schools to create plans to return to 5 days in-person learning for the school year that was set to start in about a month.
Our educational momentum to continue and to accelerate, and that means we have to get the children back in the schools.
The governor said his comments were merely guidelines, not an executive order.
I'm not going to issue an executive order on this. The legislature has spoken, the leadership is here. It is in the continuing resolution. That is the superintendents and the districts that will provide these plans for getting the children back to school. That is the law.
While also insisting that even with a high number of COVID cases in 45 of 46 South Carolina counties, kids were better off in the classroom.
We cannot restrict learning by forcing students to participate in remote learning when many of our students in rural parts of the state have no access to internet at home to begin with.
In a political year with COVID dominating the headlines and public policy, Democrats were immediately critical of the governor's recommendations.
We need to take the time to properly prepare and be sure that schools that these students and teachers and staff are going into are safe and that there is a safe learning environment.
Some educators, meanwhile, outraged over the governor's remarks.
What do? We have to risk your life to go back in because our governor has continued to ignore health experts on this.
We know they're going to get sick and we know that people are going to die. That is not a trade-off any of us should be willing to make.
Teachers and education groups said that they wanted each district to decide when it's safe to return to school and not the governor.
We are feeling incredibly baffled that this decision has been made in contrast to everything that we know and have learned through DHET and through the CDC and through all the educational organizations that have come out to say, no, with our professional knowledge, with our intimate knowledge of what happens in schools, these are not safe conditions for our teachers, and they certainly aren't safe conditions for our students.
In local districts, following the guidance from DHEC and following the recommendations of Accelerate Ed, are best equipped to determine when that moment occurs.
The debate raging on over health policy and parental rights in the COVID era. And that's your day in history.